One of the greatest shows of all time is Red Dwarf, having the appeal of this era's likeable British sitcoms imbued with the endearing cozy production values of vibrant television sci-fi. Prototype for the sci-fi comedy sitcom passion of Futurama, coupled with the limited but proud production values of Doctor Who, Red Dwarf was one of the most effortlessly enjoyable television shows I have ever witnessed. Other British sitcoms of the 20th century, as good as they are, lack quite a potent sci-fi component, as funny as Blackadder, Fawlty Towers, Young Ones, Father Ted, Alan Partridge, sketch shows like Python, or satirical experiments such as Chris Morris's projects. You know, they don't quite set me the way Red Dwarf does, and other sci-fi shows are as comfortable, bite-sized, and purely enjoyable. Doctor Who is told in lengthy multiple-part storylines. Star Trek can be overly serious and overlong, even in the original series. Babylon 5 is fun but not conducive to rewatches. And 21st century sci-fi shows have a horrible techno aesthetic. They employ digital effects in a more tasteless and unrefined manner than even the Hollywood films. They attempt to mold their cinematographic ethos around the inclusion of digital effects, resulting in subsequent clunkiness compositionally. I can't get into them. New Who, New Star Trek, garbage Battlestar Galactica, and every other 21st century sci-fi show suffers from this. Please prove me wrong, please. I'm here to explore the exalted Sapphire and Steel, of course, where the 20th century was concerned. One of the best first episodes of all time. An impressive number of episodes within the first 6 seasons of Red Dwarf are major rewatchable classics. This initial entry is no exception. I find it difficult to enjoy the 7th season beyond the first 2 episodes. The 8th season at all. 9 is okay. 10 is kind of solid. 11 and 12 had their moments. I never ended up watching the 2020 film. I may at some stage. The feeling of embarking upon this show for the first time, knowing next to nothing or nothing about it, is one of intense excitement. The unfolding premise, the sense of existential isolation, the vibrant characters, the enthused surrealism, the confident humour. So much about the way this program introduces itself is magnificent. It excites one at the prospect of up to 6 seasons of such quality. While its Red Dwarf features brilliant episodes for these 6 seasons, there is, or was, a hope that the show would keep expanding with its premise and concept, and from seasons 4 to 6, it just works on solidifying and perfecting the forecast formula. There is some experimentation in the format of season 6, but essentially all or most of it could have existed storyline-wise in the prior seasons. Season 7's new formula was the inspiration of the most mundane sitcom plots thus far. Sadly, 8 was worse, whilst the show probably never intended to grow as a universe and simply be a Britcom in space. It presented an early potential for eternal expansion, which can disappoint in hindsight, but counting our blessings, we have 6 seasons of the most enjoyable, likeable sitcom live action of all time. I understand there might be better sitcoms in a more formal sense, but they don't have an endearing sci-fi component, plus being spectacular sitcom scripts, so I find it hard to prefer them to the mighty Red Dwarf.